Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Jeff.
Okay, so shall we start now? Okay, so we have finished reading number 2, right? So we have to continue number 3. So let's start with number 3. So number 3 is I asked you guys to think about that at home, right? Yes. So what compare and who gives the most convincing reasons? Convincing reason means the strongest reason. Laura or David. So did you remember? Laura's opinions and David's opinion about technology. So who gives the most convincing reason? How do you think? Laura or David? Who gives the strongest reason about their opinion? For Laura, she likes technology, right? And David doesn't like the technology. And they give their opinions and they give their reason. But whose reason is stronger? How do you think?
Laura.
Huh?
Laura.
Laura.
Laura, okay. Laura, so is there anyone who thinks David can give stronger opinion? Is there anyone? No? So everyone thinks Laura can give the strongest reason, right? So everyone agree with that. Okay, so why is that? What is it? What is your reason that you think Laura can give stronger opinion, stronger reasons? Why do you think so? Why do you think so?
I think because she gave specific reasons.
She gives a specific reason. Yes, she can give more detail and more specific reason than David, right? That is why, yes, we can say Laura can give stronger reasons than David, right? Okay, so we'll continue. Number 4. Number 4 is, what are these words and phrases in your language? So this time we also have to connect our language with these terms, right? So the first one is app. App is the short form of application, right? So how do we call that application in our language? How do we call it? Is there any translated words in our language?
No.
No.
Just we call that application, right?
Yes.
Okay, how about blog?
We just got a blog.
How about blog? Is there any translated word in our language?
No. No.
No.
We just call blog or blogger, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Blog and blogger, and there is no translated word, right? Okay, and how about internet access? How do we call the internet access in our language?
Line or internet.
Yes, internet line or something, right? But there is no translated word for the internet. We call internet, right? So for internet access, we can, if we have to translate that, we can translate that an internet line or something, right?
Yes.
So internet access. How about Wi-Fi? How do we call that in our language?
Just Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. It's not Wi-Fi, it's Wi-Fi, right? Wi-Fi, right? Yes. How about signal?
Just signal.
Hmm?
We just call signal.
Signal. How about telephone signal? There is no telephone signal in this area.
Line.
Line, we can say like that, right? The signal, we can say like line or something, right? But it's not the definite translated word in our language, right? So how about to download? Download.
I have to download this app, or we just call down.
Mhm. So what is the usage in our language? Download.
Have you downloaded a new app like that? We just we don't add loads, like we just say download.
We just use download.
And like when I need to ask something like, have you downloaded this app? I just say download.
Okay. But if we have to translate that word, we can translate Guli, right? Guli, right? So to download. But it's not the definite usage too, but if we have to translate that Guli, right? To download from the web, from the Facebook, from the internet, we downloaded it, right? And how about social networking? How do we translate that word? Social networking. In our language, how do we call social networking? Are you guys sleepy now?
No.
No.
I thought that you still didn't wake up, right? Just sit in front of the laptop and just like that. Physically present, but mentally is still in bed, right? Mentally is absent like that, right? So I'm asking you a question and you are still like that. So how do we call social networking in our language?
I don't.
Social networking. Social. How do we translate social in our language? Social.
Lumukoya.
Yes, lumukoya, right? Percy was right about that. Social networking means lumukoya, right? For example, like Facebook, that is lumukoya, kind of lumukoya, or kind of social networking, right? Okay. Lumukoya. Social means lumu and network means koya, right? So social networking, lumukoya. Okay, so there are altogether 7 words, but we can't translate most of the words, right? We just adopted these words in our language with a little bit of Nabidan, right? Wi-Fi or like internet like that, and blog or like that, right? But we just adopted this word, right? We can call that adopted vocabulary in our language, right? There is no translated word. For example, like computer, right? Computer, and there is no translated word in our language. We just call computer, right? As I call, and there is a little bit of even there, right? Computer or TV, like that, right? Okay. But TV has translated word, right? We translated like that, right? But for computer, for laptop, there is no translated words, right? They are adopted words in our language too. Okay. So shall we move to number 5?
Yeah.
Number 5 is match 2 half of each sentence and join them using to, so that, or so as. So you have to pair 1 up to 6 with A up to F by using these connecting words. So before doing this, I will explain you some of the usage, the usage of to, in order to, so that, and so as. So these all are connecting words, right? Do you know connecting words, right? In other words, we call them conjunction, right? It's one of the part of speech, right? Okay, before telling that, how many part of speech are there in English?
8.
8 part of speech, yes. So conjunction is one of them, right? So we can call them conjunction, and in other words, we can call them connecting words or linking words because they are used to link two sentences or two ideas or two phrases. So we call these linking words or connecting words, or we can even call conjunction. Okay. So we use these phrases to express purpose. So that is how we use these words. Purpose. We use this phrase to express our purpose. Okay. So to, in order to, so that, and so as. I guess you definitely know to, right? How about in order to? What does that mean, in order to? You know to, right? Because we mostly use, right? Since we are in the middle school. So yes, we definitely know to. How about in order to? What does that mean? You don't know exactly, but you know it, right? Okay.
Yes.
You don't see it, but like that, right? Okay. How about so that?
In order
So that.
ตัวจัง
ตัวจัง. Okay. So that. How about so as? Just like that, သိတော့သိတယ်မသိဘူး right? အကုန်လုံးမြင်တော့မြင်ဘူး but သိတော့သိတယ်မသိဘူး like that, right? I know it, but I don't know that exactly like that. Okay. So okay, I will explain this. Okay. So first, I will explain to and in order to. Actually, they have the same sense. To is the same word in order to, but there is a little bit difference. For example, like I want to the shop. I want to the shop in order to have a look at the latest smartphone. I want to the shop to have a look at the latest smartphone. I want to the shop so that I could have a look at latest smartphone. They all have the same meaning. That there is a little bit difference in grammar sense. So in order to and to, between these two usage, in order to have more formal meaning. So if you want to be more formal, you can use in order to. If you want to be less formal, you can use to. So you have to memorize that in order to is more formal than to. So if you are you write something formal writing, you have to use in order to instead of to. It is better. For example, I wake up early this morning to attend a class. I wake up early this morning in order to attend a class. So the second sentence has more formal sense. So is that clear?
Yes.
To and in order to, is that clear? Everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So how about so that? I went to the shop so that I could have a look at the latest smartphone. So you may find the difference between in order to and so that. So what is the difference?
Like in order to is we go to the shop and we can see it. We have to go and like to see the latest smartphone. We have to go to the shop. But so that is we have to go to the shop because of some reasons and like on the way to the shop we can see the latest smartphone.
Okay, I will explain that. Actually, they have the same meaning and they have the same sense. That the grammar pattern is different. So in order to and to, it has to follow plus only infinitive verb. What we call easily is verb one. So if you want to use in order to and to, you have to use only the phrase starting with verb one. Like in order to plus have is an infinitive verb. To plus have infinitive verb. And there is no full sentence behind in order to and to. You just have to follow only the phrase. It means in the second sentence, there is no subject. So you will connect the full sentence and a phrase. So at that time, you have to use in order to, and you have to follow verb one, which is known as infinitive verb, behind in order to and to. But for so that, if you want to use so that, you have to follow the full sentence. So that is used to connect two full sentences. I went to the shop. I could have a look at the latest smartphone. So they both of them are full sentence. It means that they have like subject, verb, subject, verb. So is that clear? And if you want to use so that, you have to follow so that subject plus can or could. So if you are using verb two, you have to use could. If you are using verb one, you have to follow can. So if For example, like I go to the shop. So if you are using verb 1, so that I can have a look at the latest smartphone. But the meaning are the same. They are giving the purpose of the action. So is that clear?
Yes.
Everyone, if you are not clear about something, you can ask me right away. So everyone, is that clear? In order to, and so that.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Do I need to explain these rules in Burmese again?
No, teacher.
No need. Okay. So you are clear about that, okay? And there is also a difference between in order to and to, in order to and so that. So you can use in order to and to if you have the same subject for both of the action and both of the purpose. But for so that, you can also use if the subject are different. For example, like I will explain you in detail so that you can understand very well. So the subject are different. But you can use so that in that place. But you can use in order to and to there. So is that clear? The difference between in order
Yeah.
to and so that. Okay. So they are only for negative, for positive sense. So we'll move to negative sense. So for negative sense, you can use in order not to. So there is not. And the pattern are the same. In order not to plus verb 1. Disturb, right? Disturb is verb 1. So in order not to disturb you. So I have switched my phone to silent in order not to disturb you. And so as not to, they have the same sense. So as so as to, you can also use so as to for positive sense. You can use so as not to for negative sense. So as not to disturb you. So it also follows verb 1. And you can also use so that for negative sense too. So I have switched my phone to silent so that it doesn't disturb you. So is that clear? So is there anything that you want to ask me about too in order to, so that, and so as? Is there any question?
No.
Is there any question?
No, teacher.
Okay, so we'll do number 5, okay? If you don't have any question, we'll do number 5. Match the 2 head of each sentence and join them using to, so that, or so as. So you have to join these sentences from this column and sentences from this column by using these words. So for example, like you can download app, and which sentence will you use from A app to F?
B.
B.
B, okay, we'll use B. So you can download app, help you learn a language. So among these connecting words, which one will you use?
2.
Two.
Two, because you have infinitive verb, right? So the answer is you can download apps to help you learn a language. Got it? Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Answer the rest. After that, we will check the answer, okay? 2 up to 6.
share. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
What did you search to? มีเพียรตัวลูก
You get all okay. We are doing number 5 now to me. So is there any new students here? Because I see 22 students here, but I got only 21 name list. Okay, so have you finished?
Yes.
Okay.
So we check now.
Okay.
Okay. So number 2, right? So I always take my mobile phone with me when I go out. So the second sentence will be
So that
C.
C.
C. Okay, C. I can call my parents to tell them where I am. So which linking words will you use for them?
So
So
that.
that
So that.
So that, yes, we see can, right? Okay. So that I always take my phone with me when I go out so that I can call my parents to tell them where I am. And for I send you a text.
yeah, what I use my
Sorry, I skipped number 3, right? I use my iPod with headphones.
In order to not to dis in order not to disturb mom and dad.
In order not to, okay, and there is only 2, so that and so as. So there is no in order to, right? So instead we can use so as, right? So as not to disturb mom and dad. Yeah, so as not to is the same with in order not to or in order to, right? So we can use that. And your answer is also correct, but we only use these 3 words, right? So we will use so as not to disturb the other, disturb mom and dad. And I send you a test.
A.
A.
A, okay, as if you wanted to go to the cinema. So,
2.
2.
okay, to ask, right? Because ask is an infinitive, right? To ask if you wanted to go to the cinema. And number 5, you need to turn off the alarm on your mobile.
D.
D, okay, it doesn't wake you up at 5. So how about the connecting words?
So that
So that.
So that we can use so that here. So that it doesn't wake you up. Okay. So the last one, I have sent you my email address.
F.
F.
F, you can get in touch with me. So
So that.
So that also.
yes, so that we use so that you can get in touch with me. So in conclusion, you can use all these words to connect the 2 sentences. The one sentence has to be action and one sentence has to be the purpose of the action. For example, I can download app is the action, and to help you a language is the purpose of doing this action. So is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So is there any question about these connecting words? No. Okay. So if you don't have any question, this time you have to make your own sentence. That's fine using to, in order to, so that, and so as not to. Or so as you have to make a negative sentence. Okay, so as not to. Okay, sorry for my handwriting because I have to write with my mouse. Okay, so you have to write 4 sentences of your own. You have to use to, in order to, so that, and so as not to. So is that okay?
Yeah, how many sentences?
4 sentences. 1 for to and 1 for in order to, 1 for so that, 1 for so as not to. So altogether 4 sentences. You have to write 4 sentences. Okay? So I'll give you 5 minutes to finish that. Is that enough? So I just want to check the attendance, okay? So if you heard your name, respond to me, okay? When you're writing. So Percy, Nay Nwe,
Here, sir.
present, okay. And Surayman Thai,
Yes, sir.
yes, teacher, okay. Present. And Kang Kanai,
Yes, teacher.
yes, teacher, okay. Present. Now May Ao,
Yes, teacher.
present, okay. Son Tu AC,
Yes, teacher.
yes, teacher, okay. Chop Ji Nichi,
Yes, teacher.
yes, teacher. Ye E Chen,
Yes, Chair.
yes, teacher, okay. Alice,
Yes, sir.
William, okay. Cindy, Cindy, right? In Jensen. Cindy, are you there? Cindy, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
And next 8 are you.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I'm here. Next, Siri, Alex.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Next, Indy.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Next, Peter.
Present.
Yes. Next, Tô Meow.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher. Okay. Sign home Ye Chen.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher. Lim Ye Che.
Yes. Yes, teacher.
Next, Nay Nwe.
Yes, teacher.
Teacher. Okay. Tâm Nguồn Chó.
Yes, teacher.
Thu Tê Ngộ.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher. Okay. Home Minh Cat.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher. Linh Ca Minh Khải.
I'm here, teacher.
Yes, teacher. Copy by.
Yes, teacher.
So is that all? Is there anyone whom I didn't call? Is that all right? I saw someone who is Jerusalem room, right? Who is that?
Me.
Okay. What is your name on the list for me?
应答표 teacher. 那么呀，那卡嘛多少钱？
Anh Trà Phu. Okay. Anh Trà Phu.
ข้อหน้าขอบอีก
Yes. So I got 22. Okay. So is there anyone who I didn't call? No one. I call everyone, right? Okay, so have you all finished? I think it's quite many understand now. Have you finished,
Yes, teacher.
everyone? Everyone has finished. Okay. Can I ask you now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, then so I will start with hindering. Fussy, I will start with you.
Sure.
Okay.
Can my mic go wrong?
Huh?
My mic go bad, so.
Okay. So can you type your answer in the chat?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so the second person will be another doing meantime.
I will do my best in order to teach my little brother in English. Stephen is so angry so that he will not accept to talk with us. He looked at a job advertisement so as to find a new job.
So you are using so as to, right? Actually, you're supposed to use so as not. Okay, but okay, we use so as to. Okay, can you repeat your second sentence again?
Stephen is so angry so that he will not accept to talk with us.
So that he
Will not accept to talk with us.
He will not. I actually have to use cannot go behind so that, right? So instead of using will, you have to use can. Okay. Is that okay?
Yes.
Because there is a pattern, right? So that plus can or could. It has to be can or could. But it doesn't matter for the negative sense. But in positive sense, you have to use can or could. Okay. Okay. So next, count can I?
On weekends, I get up early to play football, and I went to the shop in order
Count can I?
so as to solve the problem.
So as to? Kankana, can you repeat that? Kankana, are you there? I think your connection is not so okay to read out. So you can also type your answer in the chat, okay?
I meant the question. So as of the yes.
Okay. Because I can hear you clearly. Your voice is like a robot, you know. So okay. So write in the chat. Okay, so our chat, you can go with me to go to school, okay? But you have to write all 4 sentences, okay, in the chat. Okay, next, let me ask.
We will have to be quiet so as not to wake the baby.
Yes. And you have to write all together 4 sentences, right? So you only read out only one. You have 4 sentences, right?
Yes.
So you have to read everything.
Oh. My brother go to cinemas to watch Spider-Man No Way Home. The scene shares group so that the water will run off.
So that the water can, okay? You have
The
to
water
use
can. My sister go to wow đấy. In order to me
okay. So you have to continue, okay? My sister goes to. I will send you Viber chat teacher. Okay, okay, it's okay. Okay, so next, turn to AC. Turn to AC. Are you ready to meet? Turn to AC. Are you there? Turn to AC. Are you there? Okay, instead I'll call another one. Choppy Nichi. Choppy, are you there? Okay,
I
Choppy.
will,
Can you read out your sentences?
yeah, I will
Okay.
listen to this and in order to have maple.
And
I want maple so that I can't tell my mom is wrong.
so that
I can't tell my mom.
I can call my mom, okay?
Yeah.
And how about so as not to?
ไม่อยาก
ไม่要 真belum ya. Actually, so as not to that, Cheryl wanted to get it to in order to get it to be. I don't know. Right? So as not to plus another about one line. Yeah. For example, I woke up early this morning so as not to be late for the class. So you can write like that. So is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Next. Yeah, Chan.
Yes. I browsed through the internet in order to search some information. And I went to the kitchen to eat something, and my brother tiptoed into the room so as not to distract me. And
Okay,
she studied in the library so that she can study. She can concentrate very well.
Okay, thank you. And next, Alex.
My mom made a schedule so that I can't play games all day. Yesterday I went to a shop near my house to buy some chips. I usually text my friends in order to stay in touch with them. I always have to try my best and eat them so as not to disappoint my parents.
Well, not to disappoint. Okay, thank you. And next, Instance and Cindy.
You must wait me in order to free your step. She worked hard so that she will pass the exam. And I just finished it too.
Just finished 2. Okay. Okay, next, 8W.
We will go to Big Bang so as to watch the concert. I'm too young so that I can drink alcohol. I went to the bookstore to have a book. I would say in order to
In order to, yeah, okay. For example, like in order to, for example, like I go downstairs in order to fetch some food, or in order to take some drinks, like that. You can use like that. So is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And one again, I get Ollie to play football. Okay. Okay. Okay, mine is okay. And next, Alice, Syria.
Yes, teacher. I went to the mall in order to buy a new dress. We need to work harder so as to solve the quiz. I must understand the question. I went to bed early so that I could get up on time.
How about so as not to?
Teacher, you mean so as to solve the quiz. I must understand the question.
Okay. And next, Indy.
I went to the mall to buy a new pair of shoes. I woke up early in order to do my homework this morning. She skipped the class so that she could play with her friends. I told my sister to turn the music off so as not to disturb my studies.
Okay, thank you. This time, so Mia. So Mia.
I use laptop and AirPods to attend my online class. My Wi-Fi network is not good, so that I can't play PC games. Suezga Nelly.
So as okay, for example, I tried so as to pass the exam. It's the same sense with to and in order to. You can use the same. Like so as to play the game, so as not to play the game, so as to pass the exam, so as not to fail the exam. You can use like that. So is that okay?
Oh.
Okay. Okay, this time sign condition.
Use the laptop to watch YouTube. I went to the market in order to have buy some food. Food that name or as food as name here.
So I think I have to explain that again. Okay. Okay. So I'll explain later. Okay. So that ends. So as not. Okay. So I'm going to check. You must release me in order to free yourself. I must understand the question so as to solve the problem. Okay. Thank you, Franca 9 and Innocent. They are correct. Okay.
Teacher,
And
I have sent you in Fiverr.
yes, I will check. Okay, I will check it. Check it. Add to the cart to meet with my friends. I have switched. So you're using present perfect, right? So I have switch. It has to be switch. Part 3, right? They're using part 1. Firstly, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes, I have switch. It has to be part 3, okay? My phone is silent. At night, it has to be at night, okay? At night, so as not to disturb my mom to wake up. I have sent you my game ID so that you can play game. Yes, I can't open my mic in order not to disturb my dad. Okay. Correct. And next, 280. Okay, 280, are you there now? Okay, this one, Grace, 明年去.
I'm going to my grandma's house to help her with housework. I went to the bookshop in order to buy the book that you recommended. You should sit down so that people in the back rows can see the show clearly. She puts her phone in her bag so as not to lose it.
Okay, thank you. must release me so that if you're using so the who is is Indian Sen, right? Indian Sen, number two, for number two, I just want to correct you that she walked her so that she could. Okay, you have to use she could pass the exam.
Yeah.
You look at the job advertisement, so as to find a new job. Okay. Okay, next, Nay Nwe. Nay Nwe, are you there? Nay Nwe, are you there?
Yes, sure.
Okay, it's your time now.
I'm going to the cinema in order to have a watch the movie, and I'm so tired, so that I don't want to live a life. I'm going to the restaurant to do waiter, and so as got noodles.
Okay, okay, I will explain that again. Okay, okay. So this time, someone job.
Okay. I usually wake up early in the morning to help my parents, and I want to join the English course in order to improve my English. I'm hardworking so that I will pass the exam. I don't play the music loudly at me so as not to disturb my parents.
Okay, thank you. And this time, Phu Daniel. Phu Daniel. Phu Daniel, are you there? Phu Daniel, are you there?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, it's your turn now.
Yes. I went to the bakery in order to have a strawberry cake for my mom's birthday, and I don't have a class tomorrow, so that I don't need to wake up early. I've set up alarm more than 5, so as not to late the class. And I went to the ice cream shop to buy an ice cream for my little brother.
Okay. And this time, Hong Ming Ken. Hong Ming Ken, are you ready? Yes, it's your turn now. Hong Ming Ken, have you finished? Hong Ming Ken, are you still there? Okay, I'll skip him for a while. So this time, Linh Ca Minh Khai.
Okay, so good. I walk with my dog around the street in the morning to get fresh air. I sit in front of the computer all day in order to attend classes. I usually play games so that I can relax my mom. I have to tell my mom to wake me up in the morning so as not to late the class.
Okay, thank you. And the last one, Aga Pipai.
Yes, I went to the school to learn my lesson. I want to the shop in order to buy some my favorite snack. I always take my wallet so that I can buy some chips. We went to the zoo so as to see the animal.
Okay. Okay, so everyone has finished, right? So left. Okay, so I want to explain it again because some of you guys didn't clear about using so that and so as not to so as to evaluation grammar. The show you not a copy to in order to so that so as not to right go on action နဲ့ပတ်သက်ကိုဖော်ပြတဲ့အခါမှာတော့ action နဲ့ပတ်သက်တာထားပါကိုကတစ်ခုလုပ်တယ်။ဘာရွေချက်တိုင်းလုပ်တာလဲ။ဘာဖြစ်ဖြစ်လဲထားပါကြော။စာလုပ်တယ်ဘာလို့စာလုပ်တာလဲ။စာမွေးအောင်ကျင်လို့။ဟုတ်ပြီနော်အင်္ဂလိပ်စာလုပ်တာဖြစ်လို့ဆိုရင်အင်္ဂလိပ်စာပြည့်ချင်လို့အဲ့လိုမျိုးသုံးတာကို action နဲ့ပတ်သက်နဲ့ဖော်ပြဖို့သုံးတယ်ပြော action sentence နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့ဆိုချိန်တဲ့အခါမှာ to in order to so that so as ကိုသုံးတယ်။ဟုတ်ပြီနော်။အဲ့နေရာမှာကျတော့ to ရဲ့ in order to ရဲ့ so as not to in order to in order not to ဒါအကုန်လုံးကျွန်တော်အုပ်စုလို့ရေးရတယ် ဘာလို့ဆိုတော့သူတို့တွေအကုန်လုံးကကျတော့ phrase လေးပဲဆက်ပေးရအနောက်မှာဟုတ်ပြီနော် phrase လေးဆက်ပေးရပြီးတော့အနောက်မှာသူတို့မှာအကုန်လုံးနေ to တွေပါတယ်သိထားမိလားနော် to သုံးရင်လည်း to ပါတယ် in order to in order not to to ရင်းနဲ့ဆုံးတယ် so as to so as not to 2ရင်းနဲ့ပဲဆုံးတယ်အဲ့ဒီအတွက်ကြောင့် to ရဲ့နောက်မှာအမြဲချုပ်ပါလိုက်လေဆိုတော့ to plus infinitive form ဟုတ်ပြီနော်တခြားစလုံးနေလိုက်တဲ့အခါလည်းကျတော့များသောအားဖြင့်ဆို2ရဲ့နောက်မှာစနစ်ကြောင်ပြောတဲ့အခါမှာ2ရဲ့နောက်မှာ above 1 to ရိုးပဲလိုက်တာရှိတယ်နော်အဲ့တော့ above 1ရိုးဆိုတော့အဲ့လိုပြောလိုက်တာဟုတ်ပြီနော် so infinitive verb လို့ခေါ်တယ်အဲ့တော့ in order to pass the exam in order to improve my English in order to attend the class in order to help my mother so as to help my mother so as to pass the exam so as to get the distinction အဲ့ဒီကောင်ချိုတူတူလေးပဲဟုတ်နော် to in order to in order not to so as to so as not to အဲ့ဒီကောင်ချိုတူalso အဲ့ရဲ့အနောက်မှာဆို plus 1နဲ့စပြီးတော့မှနောက်ကကျတော့ plus 1နဲ့စတာဖြစ်တဲ့သူဒီ full sentence မဟုတ်တော့ဘူးဟုတ်ပြီနော် phrase ပဲလိုက်တော့မှာ phrase ဆိုတာကျတော့ဘာပြောလဲဆိုတော့ subject မပါတဲ့ဥစ္စာကိုပြောတာအဲ့ဒီနောက်မှာဆိုရင် have a look at the latest smartphone disturb you ဟုတ်ပြီနော်အဲ့ဒီကောင်ကျတော့ sentence တစ်စားလုံးမဟုတ်ဘူး subject မပါနေ verb နဲ့စတဲ့ဟာတွေဒီပဲဖြစ်နေအဲ့တော့အရှိက sentence ရဲ့အနောက်က phrase ရဲ့ဆက်မယ်ဆိုရင်ဒီကောင်လေးကိုကျတော့သုံးပြီးရဟုတ်ပြီနော်အဲ့မှာ so that တခုပဲချွင်းချက်ဟုတ်ပြီနော် so that တခုပဲချွင်းချက်သူက so that ကကြတော့ sentence နှစ်ကြောင်းကိုချိန်ပေးရအဲ့တော့အရှိကဟာလည်းကျတော့ sentence အပြည့်ဖြစ်ရမယ်အနောက်ကကောင်လည်းကျတော့ sentence အပြည့်ဖြစ်ရမယ်ဟုတ်ပြီနော်အဲ့ဒီနေရာမှာကျတော့ so that ကိုသုံးတာအဲ့ so that ကိုကျတော့ positive သုံးတဲ့အခါမှာပါသတိထားရမယ်ဆိုတော့ so that ရဲ့အနောက်မှာsubject လိုက်တယ် subject လိုက်ပြီးအနောက်မှာ scan down ဝင်ကတ်လိုက်ပေးရတယ်အနောက်ကကျတော့တခြား moral verb တခြား helping verb တွေကျွန်တော်မလိုက်ဘူးဟုတ်ပြီနော်အဲ့တော့ verb 1ဆိုရင် scan လိုက်မယ် verb 2ဆိုရင် kut လိုက်မယ်နှစ်မျိုးပဲလိုက်တယ်ဟုတ်ပြီနော် negative sense မှာတော့ကျတော့တခြား helping verb တွေလိုက်လို့ရတယ်ဟုတ်ပြီနော်အဲ့တော့ကိုကအဲ့ဒါကိုမရှင်းဘူးဆိုရင်ကျွန်တော် negative မှာ so that ကိုမသုံးမှတခြားဟာတွေသုံးရတာပေါ့ဟုတ်ပြီနော်အဲ့တော့ so that ကိုကျွန်တော် positive sense အနေနဲ့မှတ်မယ်ဆိုရင် can or could အနောက်ကအမြင်လိုက်တယ်အဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော် would တို့ပါကျွန်တော်လိုက်ပြီဒါမှအဲ့ဆိုရင်ရှင်းပြီလားဒီသုံးချက်မှာအဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်များ so as not to ကိုမသုံးတတ်ဘူး to ကိုသုံးတဲ့ကျွန်တော် so as not to သုံးဖို့သုံးတယ်အဲ့ to နဲ့ so as not to နဲ့ in order to နဲ့တူတူပဲအကောင်လုံးတူတူပဲဟုတ်ပြီနော်အဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော် negative ပြောင်းနေလို့ရှိရင် not to ကို in order not to ကို so as not to ကိုပြောင်းချလိုက်တာကြီးအဲ့တော့ရှေ့မှာ sentence ရှိမယ်အနောက်မှာ verb 1ရှိမယ်အလယ်ကအဲ့ဒီ to ကို in order to ကို so as to ကိုပြောင်းသွားတာလေးလည်းရှိတယ်ဟုတ်ပြီနော်အနောက်ကကျွန်တော် to ရဲ့သဘောတရားအတိုင်းပဲအကုန်ကြည့်သွားမှာ in order to နဲ့ so as to နဲ့ဟုတ်ပြီနော်အဲ့ to ကိုလည်းကျွန်တော်အငင်းလို့ရှိရင် not to ကိုရေးလို့ရတယ်ဟုတ်ပြီနော် not to have a look at အဲ့လိုရေးလို့ရတယ်အဲ့တော့ not to in order not to so as not to in order to so as to အကုန်လုံးက sense အတူတူပဲနောက်က verb 1နဲ့လိုက်ပြီး phrase လေးပြန်လိုက်မယ်နောက်ကအဲ့ဆိုရင်သုံးချက်မှာရှင်းသွားပြီလားဟုတ်လားမရှင်းတဲ့လူတွေခဏမသုံးတတ်ဘူးမရှင်းဘူးဆိုတဲ့လူတွေရမှာ
Yes, class.
Okay so shall we continue shall we continue
Yes, Chef.
Yes.
please respond me okay when I ask you a question please answer me okay because I don't know what to do because I don't see you I don't even see some of your faces right because you guys turn off your camera so please answer me okay I'm begging you okay so the message is writing so are you like David or like are you like Laura or David from exercise 2 it means that do you like technology like Laura or don't you like technology like David so are you Laura from Laura team or are you from David team so you have to answer this question and write a short paragraph giving your views about the judges in exercise 1 so how do you think about the technology how do you think about the smartphone how do you think about the laptop like that include some of the phrases from exercise 1 and 2 so you have to write your own opinion about the judges judges mean computer laptop smartphone mobile phone everything so do you like it why do you like it don't you like it why don't you like it you have to give reason you have to give your opinion first and then you have to give reason why you like it why don't you like it that's all so can you write that
Yes.
okay
Yes.
so I'll give you this as a homework and you don't need to give this to me we will discuss your homework tomorrow we still have class right so tomorrow you have to tell me back so the word limitation is okay I think 50 is enough no more than 50 okay no more than 50
Yeah, is
because
it okay?
it is too much it is quite boring right
Is it okay to be like 1 or 2? Then
Yeah, it's okay. It is okay. So no more than 51, okay? So this is homework and we will discuss and you have to tell me back tomorrow, okay? So is there any question about the homework?
no question.
No.
Huh?
I mean, no.
Cindy, what did you say?
I mean, I don't have question. I understand it.
Yes, you can ask question.
I mean, I got it. No, I don't understand.
You don't, you have no question. Okay. Okay, so this is for homework and we'll discuss this tomorrow, okay? You just have to write your opinion about the technical things, that's all, okay?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thanks for answering me. Okay, so we'll move to page number 15. 15, and the title is The Future of Schools. Okay, I see some of you guys are yearning. Are you guys sleeping or is my lessons boring? What is the reason? Is it boring?
No.
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 No. So are you sleeping?
Maybe.
Yeah.
This is the very first period. So some of you may get sleepy, right? But don't get boring, okay? Because it is only like fourth day of the school day, right? Because you have like 9 months, right? Over 9 months, nearly 10 months. So yeah, it's only the beginning. So don't get boring. Okay.
You know, like the sky is really cloudy outside.
Okay, whatever. Okay, so the future of school, the title is. Okay, so before reading this, we'll discuss this question first. The question is, how is your school today different from the school your parents want to? So it means that what is the difference between today's schools and the school in the past that your parents used to go? So what are the differences? How do you think? For example, like facility, the facility won't be the same, right? You will get better facilities than your parents used to get from the school, right? So is there any other differences between today's schools and the school from the past?
Yes, lots of difference.
Okay, lots of difference. So tell me one.
Okay, so like the one that I think of is like the teaching styles, like maybe like the school back in the old days were like really boring, and it's like the lessons are like not, how can I say, not really useful in real life. Like I feel like mom and dad like they were really good students in their days, but like now if they compare with our education is like really low, I would say like that's
Maybe
like
we get
yeah.
more advanced education than the
Yeah,
parents used to get, right?
yeah. Even though they were the best students in that school.
Yeah.
If we compare
Because we
with
have to catch up with
yeah.
the things, right? With the artificial things. Yes. So we get better education, we get better facilities. So is there anything? How about the school system? So nowadays there are so many private schools, there are so many international schools nowadays, right? But in the past there is only government school, right?
Yes.
So that will be a bit different. That is why today kids have a better chance, right, to go to abroad or to get the best education nowadays, right? So that will be a huge difference between the school today and the schools of your parents, right? Okay. So that is why you guys are so lucky. Don't you think like that?
Of course,
Yes.
Not really, teacher.
Okay. Okay, so we'll move to reading. Read this article about the School of the Air. Okay, the title is the School of the Air, and what is it and how it is different from a normal school. So there are two questions you have to answer. The first one is, what is it? What is the School of the Air? And the second question is how it is different from a normal school. So you have to read this and you have to give answers for these two questions, okay? You can use your dictionary if you want to, okay? So read this paragraph and tell me the answers of the two questions, okay? Tell me when you finish. Xuân Chu Ainsi, is your connection okay now, Demi? Okay. Your connection is not that too good, right? So have you finished?
Yes.
Yes, finish.
Okay. Okay. So answer the questions for me. What is that? What is the school of the air mean?
Yeah, it's like the Zoom app. We learn it from online.
Yes, it's kind of like online learning, right? It's also online.
Yes.
They call the school of the air. We can learn the things on the air like that, right? So the school of the air means it's a kind of online learning that we do right now, right? So how about how it is different from a normal school? Normal school means face-to-face learning. So how it is different from face-to-face learning? What are the differences between face-to-face learning and online learning?
Like we don't need to go to school.
Yes, we don't need to go to school and we can study at home, right?
Yes.
Yes, and
we just need to attend that school with only webcam, microphone, and internet.
yes.
Even if we late, we can excuse as a like bad connection.
Is that an excuse? Really?
Yes.
Yes. Sometimes I just did that. I don't know.
Really? Okay, so even there is a conclusion, and you will have no excuse for being late for school. Actually, we do have an excuse, right? Because of
Yes.
the connection, because of the electricity.
So many
So
excuses.
many excuses that we can find out, right?
Yes.
Sure, the electricity went off. Sure, the Wi-Fi is really bad connection. I can't join like that, right? We find more excuses, right? In face-to-face, we only have one excuse, like teacher, because of the traffic jam, right? I late for
Yeah.
school like that, right? But now you can have so many reasons, right? Okay. And is there any differences?
Yes, like we have to send the homework from the online, like email or some like Viber, like that thing.
Yes, we can use the app, right? And is there any differences?
Yes, here is teaching from the studio is really different, I would say.
Okay. Okay, and is there any other?
And also there's one different left, I guess. One different left, I guess.
Nika, I think you and your computer are quite away from each other because I can't hear you clearly.
So like the
Don't lean on the chair, okay?
Yes.
Too much.
So like the last one is I think like the lesson I sent from online with the satellite.
Yes. And everyone, is there any differences? For girls, I think there may be a bit difference between face-to-face and online learning. Am I right?
Yes.
You need to get prepared to go to school, right? You don't need a new outfit to attend the class, right? You don't need to wear like anything on your face, right? Just get up before 5 minutes before the class started, right?
Yes.
Just wash your face and just sit down in front of the laptop, right? But if you
Yes,
have
you're
to go to face-to-face, you have to get up like an hour earlier, right? To take a bath and prepare for school and to choose the outfit to go to school, right? So that is like a huge difference, right? So we can save time, we can save money, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Okay, so while I was speaking, let's see, what will the partner talk about the advantage and disadvantages of learning with the school or the air? Okay, so we have to discuss advantage and disadvantages of learning with the online learning, right? So what are the advantages of online learning that we are doing right now? What are the advantages?
As I told like we don't need much thing to attend, just internet and good computer, just that.
Yes, that is
We don't have to wake up early and go to school.
We don't have to wake up early in the morning, just wake up like 5 minutes before the class, like I said, right? Yes, we can save time, yes. And is there any other advantages?
You can give excuse.
Can give excuse. But actually in face-to-face learning, you can give excuse, right? But you can give more excuses, right? For online learning, okay. And is there any other advantages that you can think of?
We can eat food in the middle of class.
Yes, we can
Actually,
sneak it if we want.
Actually, you can. No, you can't eat any food. Okay,
But sometimes we couldn't eat the lunch because we have so many classes. So we just have to eat it secretly.
Okay, so you have to eat during the class like that, right?
Yes.
Whatever. So, okay, but I'll repeat that. Please do not eat during the class, okay? Because if you're eating, you can't concentrate, right? You can't concentrate in the learning process, right? I believe like that because once we saw food, we forget everything like that, right? I can't.
Yes.
But if we get hungry, we don't concentrate the class too.
Yes, Yes, you're right. So yeah, but sometimes if you're so hungry, you can eat, but don't do that all the time, okay? Yes, I can feel that the ones who turn off their camera, they can do anything what they want, right?
Yes.
You can even lay in your bed and listen to my voice like that, right?
Yes.
Very easy to cheat, whatever.
But I can lay down on the bed because it's very hot right now.
Oh, really? Are you
Yes.
laying down?
No, I can. It's too hot.
Okay, I think that must be the advantages for the students. You can do whatever you want while turning off the camera. You can eat, you can sleep, right? And you can
Yes.
go into the toilet like that, right? So that may be the advantages for the students. But
Yes, but we are a good student, so we don't do that.
but this may be the disadvantages for the teachers, right? We can see you guys. What are you doing right now, right? In the
Yes,
class.
I also want to open the camera, but my laptop battery is dying, so I couldn't.
Okay. Okay, so that may be the advantages for the students, yes. And there are more advantages for the students for online learning, right? Not for the teachers.
Yes.
Online class is saving our time.
Okay, so how about the disadvantages of the online?
Teacher wouldn't know that if some of the students cheated in the exam or not.
Yes, it is for disadvantages for the teachers, right?
Yes.
So like you addicted to the online.
You?
You just start addicted to the online.
Yes.
Yes.
You don't want to go out, right?
Yeah, for me, I'm like.
I also hate myself for that.
Okay, so is there any other disadvantages of online learning?
We can meet with our classmates.
Yes, you can't meet with your classmates and you can have fun with them, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I also don't want to meet with them.
Get familiar to each other,
Actually,
right?
same.
Yes. And someone is saying something.
Oh, I just said sometimes I don't want to meet with the classmate.
Why?
Because most of them will be very tall, that's why.
Very
Tall.
tall. You mean tall?
Yes.
So it means that you are quite short.
Yes.
Okay.
So you don't have to find out like that.
But everyone would understand that behind the meaning, right? We call it behind the meaning. You don't mention that, but you can think behind the meaning, behind the sentence, right? Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Okay. Okay, so let's move to the reading comprehension part. Number 3. Find the words in the text for the following. We have like 15 minutes, right? Okay. So find the words in the text for the following. So you may find the phrases and the words. So what you have to do is you have to find you have to find the words of the phrase that has a similar meaning with these phrases. For example, like number 1, a place where TV programs, film, and recordings are made.
Studio.
Studio.
The answer is studio. So just like that, you have to find the words that have a similar meaning with the phrases. So find 2 up to 6. After that, we'll check the answer, okay?
Finish.
Finish.
So have you finished,
Yes, teacher.
everyone?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Okay. So how about the second phrase? A piece of equipment that is sent into space to travel around the earth in order to receive and send information.
Satellite.
Satellite.
Yes. And 3, a camera which records moving pictures and sounds so that they can be shown on the internet as they happen.
Okay.
Webcam.
Webcam, yes. And 4, a small computer that you can carry with you.
Laptop.
Laptop.
5, a piece of equipment for recording sound so that it can be sent electronically.
Microphone.
Microphone.
Microphone, yes. 6, a large electronic wide screen which is used by teachers and students in a classroom.
Interactive whiteboard.
Interactive whiteboard.
Interactive whiteboard, yes, correct. So have you got all the answers for number 3?
Yes, Chair.
Yes, chair.
So you may find the phrases about to, in order to, and there is also so that, right? So that plus can. So you can see the example patterns of these phrases. Okay, so to travel around the earth in order to receive, right? So that it can be sent electronically. So it's showing purposes, right? Okay. So is there any question for number 3? No. Okay, so we'll move to number 4. Number 4 is write a heading for each paragraph of the article. So the title is the school of the air, right? So this time you have to write the subtitle for each of the paragraphs. So there are altogether 4 paragraphs, right? So you have to write the subtitle for each of the paragraphs. For example, like paragraph 1 is going to school in Australia. So that is the subtitle for the first paragraph. So you have to think and you have to write the subtitle for paragraph 2, paragraph 3, and paragraph 4. So you have to read it again, and after that you have to give the title for each of the paragraphs, okay? So I think you may have different answers. So we will do that now, and after that we'll check the answer, okay? So read the passage again carefully and give them a title. So have you finished? Have you finished?
Not yet.
Almost, teacher.
Almost, okay.
Charles then. I've done, I said.
I've done. So shall we check now? As we have like 4 minutes left. Okay, so what is the title of the second paragraph? What is that? What is your answer?
Way of study.
Way of study. In a sense that or way of study. And is there any other different answer?
Mine
holiday
is
in Baga.
Yeah, someone you said something.
A holiday in Baga.
You can repeat that because I haven't heard it clearly. What is your answer, Sophia? Sophia, right? Okay. So it is about the way of learning or teaching style in School of the Air, right?
Teacher, I think he said a holiday in Baga.
Really?
Yeah, I also felt like that.
So Sonia, we are doing this one, right? I think you misunderstood my instruction. So you have to give the subtitle for each of the paragraph. For paragraph 1, paragraph 2, 3, and 4, we have to give the title for each of the paragraph. So I think you misunderstood. Okay. Okay. So in this sense, that the way of studying or something, right? And is there any other different answer? Is there any other different answer?
I wrote like how the lessons work.
How the lessons work. Okay, how the lessons work. It is also acceptable. How the lessons work. Or the way of learning. Yes. And is there any other different answer?
Mine is all about the lessons.
Or about the lessons. Okay, acceptable. And is there any other different ones? Or we can also say how the air of the school was, or the process of learning style for the School of the Air. We can give the title like that because it's all about the School of the Air, right? The learning style and the learning process and the process of the lesson, right? So we can give these titles to the second paragraph. So how about the third paragraph? How about the third one?
Teacher, I just write the online learning.
Just write the online learning, okay? And is there any other different ones, different title?
Jack from Kettle Farm and his school walk.
Jack from Kettle Farm
and his school walk.
And his school walk. Okay, Jack from Kettle Farm and his school walk. Acceptable. And is there any other different answers?
Daily rounding with his lesson. Daily rounding with his lesson.
Someone is saying something, but I can't hear clearly. So can you type here? Can you type in the chat?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Actually, it is about the experience of the students who take the School of the Air, right? So we have to give the title consent with this. So we can also give, for example, like Jack School Experience or Jack School of the Air Experience or Jack Experience of School of the Air. We can give the title like that. Okay. And daily routine with his school lessons. Okay, with Jack's school lessons, it is much better. Okay, it is also acceptable. Okay, so have you got this for the third paragraph? So it's all about the experience of a student who takes the School of the Air process, right? Okay, so how about the last one?
The pros and the cons of the online learning.
The pros and cons of the online learning, okay? Perhaps the School of the Air is showing how education will work in the future, not just for students who live in remote area, but for all of us. Perhaps students will work from home and lessons will be given over the internet. School with classroom, library, music rooms, and science laboratory won't be needed, and we will have no excuses for being late for school. So actually, it is talking about the future learning style, right?
Teacher, I wrote the future of education.
Yes, you can set
Mine
the
is-
future of education.
Mine is the future of the School of the Air.
Yes, the future of the School of the future of the School of the Air. Yes, and we can also give something like future education.
Can I write like expectations?
Expectation, future expectations, or learning expectations, right?
Yes.
Yes, you can write like that. But if you want to give a very simple title, you can give like future education. That's all, right? Okay. So I'm gonna stop here as it is 11. So is there any questions for today's lesson?
No.
No.
Everyone, is there any question about today's lesson?
No,
No.
Oh, no, because we are hungry right now, like that, right?
of course, teacher.
Yes.
Mama has a
Okay, so if you have questions about the grammars, about the usage, you can ask me anytime on Viber, right? If you don't want to ask in a group, you can ask me privately, okay? Okay, so I will stop here and we will see you tomorrow.
Yeah,
So,
bye.
Teacher, bye-bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you. Bye, sir.
Bye-bye.